In the bustling heart of Abuja lived a man known as Chief Okoro. He was respected, generous, and trusted people easily. Chief believed that a calm voice and a humble face were proof enough of good character. But this story did not begin with Chief Okoro. It began years earlier, with men who learned that uniforms opened doors faster than force ever could. The men who would later call themselves the Weaverbeds were once ordinary guards, poorly paid, frequently dismissed, never questioned, never profiled. They noticed something important. When a guard stole openly, he was haunted. But when a guard watched patiently, no one suspected him. They studied compounds the way hunters studied forests. They learned that most employers never verified guarantors, never visited addresses, never changed logs after resignation, never informed the police. So they designed a system. Each man would work 6 to 9 months, long enough to be trusted, short enough not to raise suspicion. They would serve diligently, they would leave politely, then they would return silently. They served as guarantors for one another, rotating roles. Today an uncle, tomorrow a church member, next time a village elder. Fake addresses, old pictures, real confidence. And because no one checked, the lie survived. One Harmattan morning, a young man named Musa appeared at Chief Okoro's gate. Musa was neat, quiet, always respectful. His khaki uniform was ironed, sharp, and he greeted everyone with "Good morning, sir," and "Good evening, ma." When Chief asked for a guarantor, Musa returned with an older man called Dauda, who claimed to be his uncle. Dauda brought pictures, an address, phone numbers, and even a letter stamped from a village head. "He is my brother's son," Dauda said confidently. "You will not regret him." Chief did not know Dauda had told the same story in 3 other compounds. Musa worked diligently for 8 months. He watched cars without being told, helped tenants carry bags, learned which gate creaked, which dog barked at strangers, which tenants locked their door last at night. He knew where the generator switch was, where the madam hid her gold, where the chief kept his safe. He memorized routines. He copied keys quietly. He noted which alarms were disconnected during power failure and never reconnected. Trust grew. Then one evening, Musa came with tears. "Oga," he said softly, "my mother is very sick in the village. I must go and take care of her." The compound was touched. Tenants contributed 50,000 naira for transport. Chief added an extra month's salary. Musa left with prayers, blessings, and good memories. No one changed the logs. No one informed the police. No one checked the guarantor again. 3 months passed. A new guard arrived. Unknown to Chief, another Weaverbed, stationed to watch from inside and confirm routines had not changed. At 2 a.m. on a rainy Tuesday, the compound was silent. The gate did not creak. The hinges had been oiled. The dogs did not bark. They had been fed early. The robbers jumped the fence confidently. They did not struggle with logs. They already had spare keys Musa duplicated months before. They moved straight to the safe, straight to the bedrooms, straight to the valuables. But what they did not know was that the habit had finally exposed them. In a nearby estate, a tenant noticed something unsettling. A man who used to work as a security guard there, gone for months, had returned. Not to greet anyone, not to ask for help, just standing at night, pretending to make phone calls, watching gates. The tenant remembered the same exit story. "My mother is sick." He reported it quietly to the local police post. This time, the police did not ignore it. They began pattern profiling. Guards who resigned suddenly after 6 to 9 months. Houses robbed within 3 months of resignation. Guarantors whose addresses led nowhere. Phone numbers reused across different identities. The same faces kept appearing. Different uniforms, same shadows. When Musa returned for Chief Okoro's house, the police were already positioned. The gang entered confidently, too confidently. They ignored the alarm, believing it had been disabled long ago. But during profiling, it had been silently restored. The moment the safe was touched, the signal went out. Officers moved in quietly. No sirens, no chase, no warning. They were caught inside the compound, tools in hands, marks on faces. When the marks were removed, recognition struck like thunder. Musa, the guard referred, the one whose mother was dying. At the station, Musa tried to lie, but lies do not survive records. Photographs were placed before him, addresses that did not exist, guarantors who led to the same men, timelines that repeated like a drum beat. The system that protected him now condemned him. Musa confessed. So did the others. They were charged. They were convicted. They were sent to the Stone Palace, prison. The KHAKI that once opened gates now closed doors. The bitter lesson. The elders say, an unverified man is an unlocked door. From that day, the people learned. Uniforms do not equal integrity. A guarantor you cannot verify is no guarantor. Locks must change when trust leaves. Registered security companies reduce personal blind spots. Profiling is not wickedness, it is survival. And the deepest truth of all, the enemy who watches you daily needs no invitation, only your trust.
Thank you for listening to this tale. If you enjoyed this story, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves folk tales.